Question 11 says, which of the following complex numbers is equivalent to this stuff? Now, and they want you to note that I is the square root of -1. Okay, so whenever you divide this by this, what you want to do is multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. Now I use that word conjugate, and the conjugate of a plus b is a minus b. So the conjugate of a plus 2i is going to be 8 minus 2i. So let's work with that. Let's do 3 minus 5i over 8 plus 2i. And we're going to multiply by a fraction. And the conjugate of 8 plus 2i is 8 minus 2i. And we do that on the top and the bottom, 8 minus 2i. All right. So what you get now would be, we have to FOIL this out, top and bottom. This times this. Let me change that a little bit. And this times this. Okay, let's do the numerator. 3 times 8, 24, minus 6i, minus 40i, and then minus and minus becomes plus 10i squared. So let's leave that alone for now. And the denominator, 8 times 8, 64, minus 16i, plus 16i, and then plus and minus makes minus 4i squared. Okay, from here we note that I squared is -1. So this I squared will be -1, and that I squared at the bottom also. So let's keep going. So what you have, let's do the denominator first. These two are going to cancel out, and you have 64 minus 4 times -1. 64 minus 4 times -1, because I squared is -1. This is 68. All this will come out to 68. 64 plus 4. So let's go ahead and write that in right now as 68. All right, now the numerator. 24 minus 6i minus 40i is minus 46i, minus 46i. And here we have plus 10i squared, which is plus 10 times -1. So you have 24 subtract 10, because this is minus 10, which leaves you with 14 minus 46i over 68. Now, we're almost done. And what I want to do is to simplify that a little bit. So let me clean up some room here. That should be good. And let's continue. So we have 14 over 68. I'm gonna rewrite this up here. So we have 14 over 68 minus 46i over 68. I split it up into two fractions because the options that we have involve that. 14 over 68 can be reduced because they're both even numbers. You can divide by 2 here and divide by 2 here. Oops. And you would get 7 over 34. And here we can divide these by 2 also. 23 over 34i. And so we have our answer, 7 over 34 minus 23i over 34, which is option C.